Greetings, viewers and listeners. Welcome to Heroes of Thylea, an actual play, show, and podcast produced by Lionhead Gaming. This production is the Lionhead Gaming version of Odyssey of the Dragonlords, an epic 1 to 20 adventure book for D&D 5th edition created by Arcanum Worlds. A blend of classic high fantasy with Greek mythology to create an epic saga of an adventure, combined with my own changes to create something unique and wonderful that I hope both you and my excellent cast of close friends enjoy. And so with that, I want to let the cast reintroduce themselves and their characters.
Hello, I'm Brendan, he, him, and I play Sophia, the Stygian philosophy wizard. We are all just pawns in a game of which we do not understand the rules.
Hi, I'm Nikki, they, them, and I play Imperia, the nymph Amazonian ranger. Dragons. There's just such awe-inspiring creatures.
I'm Mel, she, her, and I play Nyx, the nymph prophecy cleric.
I've spent centuries asking questions, and the only ones who have ever answered me are the stars.
Hey, how's it going? I'm Peter, my pronouns are he, him, and I play Trace, the human hoplite fighter. Remember what has been lost. Fight for what hasn't been.
I'm Nick, he, him, and I play Theamos, the human dragon lord paladin. Okay, Sophia. What's irritating, doesn't go away, and makes you miserable? A lich. Get it? Because it's a play on It's Your No Fun. Mercury would have laughed at that joke.
I'm Adelaide Gardner, and I play Albacaris Florakis, the Gorgon Oracle's Envoy Shadow Sorcerer. I hope you're not expecting me to do all these for free, no?
And with that, we return now into the midst of a pitched battle between our oracles chosen and one Iron Envoy. As this session is going to work sort of as a part two of sorts, follow-up to the previous session. There's some things that I need to take care of, so it's going to be a little bit of a shorter one, but we want to go ahead and wrap some of this stuff up, pushing forward up the mountain and see where our adventure leads us in the coming weeks. As I bring this on over. Oh no.
Wrong screen!
It's not capturing the thing. Yeah, there we go. Sorry about that. As last week, our Oracle's Chosen rejected the offer, or demand rather, of the Iron Envoy and ensued a pitched battle against the undead forces she summoned to assail them, hoping to bring their lives to an end and take them in a perhaps undead form back to the Iron Lord she so proudly serves. With a strange, ethereal light reminiscent of the river Cocytus, one of the 5 rivers into the plain of Hades, spilling out from her, the shadows not illuminated by said light rending up in horrific-looking, icy cold hands. Slowly but surely, our heroes cut through legions of skeletons formed into phalanxes and, basically arrow delivery groups, and thanks to Nyx's excellent use of her channel divinity, able to wash away a swath of those skeletons in a single burst of divine energies. And as all of that undeath congregated once again around this strange spear stuck in the lake and rock that accented this battlefield, strange icy abominations burst forth, comprised of desecrated magic, bone, and frigid conditions to lay into our heroes. They triumphed against those as well, though taking a bit more of a taking a bit more damage and dealing with that adversity a little bit harder than the Legion of Skeletons, before finally being confronted by Big Spear Mommy herself, the Black Spear of Vengeance, wielder of the Black Spear of Vengeance, the Iron Envoy, one Trevictus Arclander, a name that rolls off the minds of all of our heroes, it seems, with no hesitation. A famous one, but seemingly one lost to their memories, at least in this wintry night. Now, in the middle of this battle, a group of her strange sort of phantoms that follow around after her and seem to, through some strange magic, keep her shielded and protected, have slowly been whittled down, their number falling from, I believe, 5 to now 1. Trevictus's protective energies now having these large holes in them, allowing her to be properly wounded, but not before inflicting a decent amount of damage on our heroes herself, with, strangely enough, looks for a post-it note, it seems with her impeccable spear strikes, a strange, almost ethereal or phantom remnant of a spear being left in a few of our chosen heroes, with 2 of them jutting from the sides of Impheria and one impaled, it seems, into Atreus, almost making them, in a strange fashion, a mirror image of their foe. Who notably has a very large ethereal spear sticking through her back and out of her chest that never seems to leave her. Some sort of, well, it's hard to really say, but it definitely seems to leave an impression. As she maneuvers herself around the battlefield and unleashes a very devastating lion attack, being able to throw her energies across the battlefield and inflicting a great deal of damage, we come back into this pitched battle. Let me see here. Without further ado, Mel, if you could clear that image for me, that'd be great. Bam, bam, bam. Bam, bam, bam. Telemark. There's Telemark. Trivictus Arclander. As we come to the end of her turn, unleashing this desecrated energy across the battlefield, wounding Atreus, Impheria, Nyx, Theamos, and the strange shadowy wolf summoned up by Alba. Impheria almost succumbing to this strong burst of negative energy. Atreus able to rally her and himself, calling on his wonderful boon to perform a fearless rescue, bounding across the battlefield, taking an attack of opportunity from one of the last remaining sword wraiths, these strange sort of phantoms that wield large long swords in a very distinctive Dragon Lord style, allowing Impheria to expend some of her own internal fortitude, her hit dice, and stay standing. The 2 of them face off against Trivictus, with Kira almost, it seems, paralyzed behind her, looking on to this horrific revenant with a strange degree of building recognition. Sophia spending her turns both trying to apply what magic she has left, while also trying to glean more information about who or what it is they face, trying to understand the magics and other forces at play. Let us see what, if anything, she will glean, and if our heroes will prevail. Atreus, at the end of his fearless rescue, landing a definite strike into Trivictus, managing to wound her and leave this sort of gouge in her strange, ethereal body, and calling upon his own training and sort of mortal will to force Trivictus to pay a degree of attention to him, marking her to him. A evolution of his hoplite training, allowing him to fight almost as a phalanx all on his own. He cannot be ignored, at least without being punished. As... That was the end of her turn. Inferior, we come to you.
That hurt. Ivis is going to go first, and he is going to focus on this last duder that is protecting Beer Mama. He is going to do a pinion, whatchamacallit, storm.
Pinion storm, all right.
Ha!
Ooh,
Take
24 to hit. That will hit soundly for 10 piercing and 5 lightning damage. As these pinions rain into the sword, Wraith. You can see it try to bring up its long sword and try to deflect some of these strange iron darts away, but he is not able to block enough of them and takes a hearty chunk of damage. As a matter of fact, as that electricity courses through him, you can see he is having a hard time even lifting up his sword now at this point, as he is just barely still up.
So close. Okay. Yeah, we'll leave that. And then Inferior, angered by this hit, she's not used to getting hit this hard, is going to retaliate with vengeance against Beer Mama here.
We'll back up time a second, but do your thing.
What?
We'll back up time here in just a second, but do your thing.
Back up time in just a second. Oh, actually.
Did check something out there was.
No, never mind. Yeah, so she's just gonna strike out with her Copus and the thing of Eureka. And, I can't remember if she still has Battle Cry going or not.
Just got bopped, so probably
Yeah.
not.
Oh, yeah. Valid. You know, sometimes the brain is not there. So, going to use bonus action first. Battle Cry.
Calling
There we
that
go.
wonderful frenzy of the Amazons. As long as you don't get hit, you are a
As long as
paragon
they
in
don't
battle.
get hit. Now we're gonna do this. Boom. Boom. Boom.
Ooh, 25, 18, 25. As you can
and
see,
Hunter's Mark.
yeah, able to maintain the concentration because you roll a concentration check for that already. Ooh, 5 damage.
Yes.
Unfortunate. As all 3 of those, you can see Trivictus sort of paying more attention, it seems, to Atreus, almost expecting you to crumple down to the ground after the way you took that blow. As you lay into her with a flurry of strikes, she is unable to bring her spear up in time to deflect those, but you can see this last remnant of energy from this last wraith cutting into those blows just barely, as she is going to resist all of that damage thanks to her shields of vengeance.
Takes
wow,
more than a
that's
blow
actually
like
posted.
that to take out an Amazon.
As I can just hit.
As the pinion strikes into the strange creature in front of Theamos, he reaches out his spear, and as the lightning courses over its body, Theamos draws it away into his own body, taking the 5 damage but resisting, taking 2 damage, and supercharging his spear for a turn.
Ah, okay. So I need to give that damage back then. Because is it any creature takes lightning damage?
Any creature. That's what I had to check. That's why I wasn't quicker on it. I thought it was allies, but it's him or a creature within 15 feet.
Interesting.
The lightning energy is stripped away from those pinions at the last moment, channeled into Theos's lightning rod ability. Able to maintain his concentration as well and supercharge his spear. Some unintentional teamwork, but good teamwork nonetheless.
Bria is going to, at the end of her turn, just step up beside. I can't move because I'm on ruler. Beside Atreus here, so they are side by side facing this creature.
And then 2 more damage from the Hunter's Mark. There we go.
Cool. And that is the end of our turn.
As Atreus, it comes to you.
Seeing that I now have the attention of Trevictus, Atreus will unleash a flurry of blows, striking out with his spear. There's that one.
Ooh, as that will connect.
Following it up with a quick, I guess a sort of sucker punch-like effect, striking where she's not expecting it, before stabbing him with the spear gun.
Ooh. Defenses open, all of these will connect, but thankfully for her, this last sword wraith cutting into all of this damage.
That's my turn.
All right, and
Now I have your attention.
indeed you do. As
Oh, good.
at the end of your turn, she is going to use one of her granted legendary actions that have been building up as her sword wraiths fall in combat to strike out with her war spear against you. Ooh, 17, not going to do it though.
Bring up the shield just in time, snapping it into place.
As Theamos,
Diemo's gonna go charging up to big old lady here. Let's actually see if we can get up far. Should manage this shit. Yeah, plenty. It's taking the extra 5 feet even. He scrambles through the roots of the tree and underneath the limbs as he is just going to slash his spear off to his left-hand side, trying to put an end to this strange creature as he tries to cut on through. Ooh, 12, probably not
12,
gonna
not going to do it. As it brings up this phantasmal longsword, able to deflect that blow away.
do it. As he goes back in with another strike, trying to cut into the other direction, trying to put it down.
Oh, jeez.
Oh yeah, one more strike as a bonus action. He's striking one more time. Ah,
Oh,
as
God.
with this bonus action, he gets 2 attacks. Skeleton supercharge. He strikes one more time. Yeah.
Yay! As this last sword wraith determined to fulfill its oath, it has to stay alive to keep Trevictus protected. It deflects blow after blow after blow, but eventually, thanks to the power of this spear and your own martial prowess, you're finally able to strike true. And with 14 damage, this wraith dissipates into the ether, and you can see with it, almost in a shattering and cracking fashion, this last remnant of shield around Trevictus falls away as well.
I was just gonna run up next to Atreus and sort of form up their shield wall, trying to pressure her, but that's all he got. Good job, Theomus. What else, for?
As you join the vanguard, Theamos, at the end of your turn, you think that is going to be enough, as moving her attention away from Atreus. She's going to try to use a legendary action to lash out with a war spear at you, Theamos.
Yeah, I move to intercept. Try to halfway thwart her attack.
What do you do?
I impose disadvantage because she's marked.
All right. You bring up that shield, interfering with her blow. Ooh, 22 will still connect, though. As Theamos seems like he's going to take 7 piercing and 1 necrotic damage.
Ouch. My bones.
But able to hang on to that concentration. Let's take this down to 1. As Nyx comes to you.
And she is actually taking blows now at this point, yes?
Definitely seems that way.
It seems that way. Wonderful. With the bonus action, Nyx is going to look over her shoulder to her floating spear, Astray, and call for it to zoom over and attack Trivictus, the spiritual weapon, over this point. As I go to grab the spell to click it.
Ooh, 21 will soundly connect. Almost a strange pantomime of the spear that juts out of herself and Atreus in Emphyria. It soundly connects with her for 11 force damage.
And I don't entirely like the look of those spears in Atreus and Emphyria. Emphyria having 2 sticking out of her, Nyx is going to take a chance and use an action to try to dispel what she believes is magic.
Interesting.
All right, that's actually workable. I need a spellcasting ability check as you try to pull these spears out of Emphyria. You can feel almost this rebuff of the magic within them. As yeah, I'll make it the same as the save DC. And yeah. Give me that wisdom ability check, my friend. As you call upon this dispelling magic and try to latch on to this strange magical effect protruding out of Emphyria, you can feel each one of these 2 spheres fight against your magic, and it seems as though you've almost got it before that magic fails. Just barely.
Fuck!
6th level spell ability. She's strong.
Nyx is going to try to just reposition herself a little further away. Over to Sophia here. Sophia, the spears are magic. Do you have anything for those?
I have barely a drop of magic left.
Same situation as me then. It's going to be my turn.
All right. Alba, as portrayed and played by Brendan.
As Alba reaches up, grabbing onto some tree, hauling herself up this little embankment, getting to the top, looking over to the group. Oh, please get off the ground. What is wrong with you? As she'll look over to Inferior, she gets up off the ground, getting the shit beat out of her. As Inferior, you feel some magic coming over your body. You start getting real hairy all of a sudden. You start getting real big all of a sudden. She gonna cast her some polymorph. I was given instructions, and apparently she wants to turn you into a monkey. So be a big old monkey.
Polymorph. All right. As Inferior, you can go into your sheet, right? And on the top right, there should be a button that says Tools.
Whoa.
Like the
Yes.
the very bar, yeah. Click that and then click Polymorpher.
Uh-huh. Oh, wow.
And just make sure like only SRD is selected on that huge list at the very top. It should only be SRD. And you can hit open list once that's the only thing selected.
Oh, wow.
And once you have that list, you can just type in giant ape. It should have like a huge list of monsters and stuff.
In my homeland, we would know the two things: Yonti and giant apes. It's a very strange ecosystem.
Just select. Did it work? Ah, huh.
And then just hit polymorph as the button.
Polymorph. Does it do any? Do I have to check any of the boxes?
No, once you hit polymorph, it'll automatically check the right boxes as you're clicking it, essentially. And boom, you're a giant ape. Just that easy. And so if the concentration drops or something like that, you can see at the very top of your character sheet, there should be a restore transformation button, and that'll put you back to Inferior. So don't click that until, unless something happens. Welcome,
I love this.
Inferior, the giant ape.
And good luck. If I have to deal with this myself, I'm going to be very upset. She slides back and starts hiding behind the tree.
And rock. I love this.
What on earth is this? Petty parlor tricks. As at the end of your turn, as you can see, also even as Inferior turns into this like large ape, which I guess you probably would have ventured into the very, very deepest parts of the old woods, Inferior, where things get much more human, much more verdant, and you start dealing with strange monsters of a very large size in those sections, reminiscent of the large animals there. But there are still, jutting from your sides, two spears, ethereal in nature, as
Oh, I'm really big.
Indeed.
So what CR is a giant ape?
Like 7.
We're level 7, right? Okay. Just enough.
As final war spears strike.
Ah!
That hits.
Oh, would you be able to impose disadvantage again, Atreus?
As long as she's marked.
Okay,
If it's anyone
so
that's not me.
I'll roll it again. Ooh. Okay, well you ducked in that 20, so that's good. As cognizant of Atreus' threat, she'll just sort of lean back and stab out towards you, giant ape Inferior, as you take 17 damage.
Okay.
Which I think you should be able to just mark down, because it gives you a new health bar and everything.
Yeah. Am I still concentrating on Hunter's Mark and everything?
Yes.
And so then Battle Cry stuff still applies too?
Well, you just
You
took
do.
damage.
Yeah, but I have resistance to piercing damage when I have battle cry on. So.
Yeah, I think you can. You keep it on, but you cannot use it again because you lose all your class features and everything.
Yeah.
You are just an ape that is under the effect of battle cry.
Yeah,
That's fine.
you retain your buffs, but you cannot reenact them.
Yeah.
That's fine.
For you are monkey.
Return to monkey. All right.
I can't touch his mark.
Indeed, your punches will hurt just a little bit harder. As that's it for Alba, right?
Yep.
Sophia of the Sophia Squad.
Sophia is going to start to cast a spell, a minor magic, that she just calls out. Tell us why, then. If it ends like this, nothing will be learned and nothing will be gained. Is this truly what you are here for? To simply end us? There has to be something else. As I look over to the undead figures that are sort of strewn about. They say they fight like. Is there actually any their garb, is it reminiscent of our people, especially those that would serve beside the Dragon Lords?
The skeletons?
Yeah.
The skeletons look like really old hoplites. Like they have like thin remnants, classical like undead wearing the remnants of armor kind of look, but they're like broken apart breastplates and epaulette skirts and stuff like that. They look like they would have been perhaps part of the to you it's immediately apparent they look like they would have been part of like the original First War kind of settler forces against the Titans. They look just like it. They have like the same sort of helmets and the stuff that seem to be almost kind of fused with their skulls in a spooky sort of way.
Those that you have brought back look like those that fight against our enemies. Unless you have subjugated them, are you not one of the same? Tell us. So I'll just hold my magic to cast some grease. Is she flying or is she walking?
She seems to be walking and strutting everywhere.
Okay. I'm holding my spell for when she when my allies start to strike out against her once again. Mostly Big Ol' Monkey. I'm trying to aid Big Ol' Monkey. When Big Ol' Monkey goes to smack her down, I'm gonna try to give a little bit of help.
And she seems to be like sort of fending off the blows from Atreus and Theamos and giant ape Inferior. You will find answers in undeath. I have come to claim you, one way or another. As that is it for Sophia. Best boy Eos. What's our little dragon we're gonna do? Hang out in the tree?
Can you reach her? Yeah, you can just reach her. He's gonna swing up next to El Papo and try to claw into him. Moving all his movement, and although he's tired and slow. Where's your attack? Little bite act. Hey, 24, 17 or backwards. 24 to hit, 17 damage.
As these teeth chomp in, but this strange sort of undead revenant creature seem to be quite hardy, as those teeth don't get in quite as deep as they should.
That's him.
So we come to the top of the turn. Hey, it automatically restored the legendary actions. Good shit. Let's roll that recharge. Oof.
Oh.
I don't like that. I don't like that at all.
Yeah.
Let's see. What's your health at? Okay. Yeah. Good. Actually, at the start of this turn here, as things sort of solidify, you notice, Sophia, this giant ape in front of you is very, very large and starts to cast some shadows, breaking some of the light up from Trivictus, casting around you. Not as solid, obviously, as that sphere of darkness that you would cast before. It doesn't seem to be an immediate threat or anything like that, but you do notice as those shadows come around you, those hands start to sort of form up around and on the ground. And what languages do you know?
Let's see. Celestial, Common, Infernal.
As these hands sort of come up and scrape before the light shines on them again and dismissing them away, you hear just these persistent and sort of solemn infernal mutterings about being unable to hide and face me over and over again as these hands sort of come up out of the ground, not able to actually grab onto you, but you just hear like these bursts, these mutterings of just infernal torment, essentially. As yeah, we're gonna lay into Shield Boy with a series of blows. She'll use her bonus action to invoke her martial poise as she sort of lowers herself a bit down to the ground before quickly jutting out with a very potent blow. You can see this necrotic energy sort of swelling on the length of her spear as it comes towards you, Atreus. Ooh, 13, not going to do it. And then following that up with a series of blows. Ooh, 23 will do it for 7 and 6. As you gain another spear within you. Did she hit you earlier?
When?
That's Theamos. Yeah, she hit Theamos. Okay. So Theamos has 1 spear. And you have 2. Let's see if she can hit you with her final attack.
No.
12, definitely not going to do it. As Atreus is at 2, Themis is at 1, Inferior is at 3, I want to
2.
say.
3?
Yeah.
Oh
you
yeah,
got
because
hit
I got hit once as the ape.
once you turned into monkey.
Okay.
As that is the end of her turn. As Monkey Inferior, it comes to you.
Ah. Okay. Enjoying herself thoroughly, Inferior is going to roar loudly in Shield Mommy's face. And then hit her.
As the fist goes out, the grease starts to puddle underneath her feet.
Big fist. Boom.
Ooh. As she feels herself slipping, you can see her dig the spear into the earth in a quick moment, leaving herself a bit open to Infuria's blow, but keeping herself from falling prone, as she is going to burn one of her legendary resistances on that.
Hmm.
And then Monkey is going to hit her again.
27 will connect for 19 non-magical damage as that blow resounds in. You can feel almost this spectral pushback from resonating through your arm into your fist.
I'm gonna hit her again.
Woo! Bringing both hands together, cracking into the side of her, even with her extremely hardy body. That is going to hurt.
Infuria's hits hard.
Indeed. She'll take another 2 from the Hunter's Mark you're concentrating on, and
3.
Another 3, yes. Enough of this.
Oh.
I'll go ahead.
And then Ivis is gonna do Opinion Storm. He's gonna come over here. And then rain iron feathers. Do. Wait, where's it go? Where'd it go? Opinion Storm. Boom.
Ooh, 17, just barely able to connect. She tries to bring up her spear to deflect these blows in a spinning flurry. Some of them get through. For 7. And 6 lightning. Yeah, she seems quite wounded.
That is the end of our turn.
As at the end of your turn, she brings up a hand and you can feel almost like this horrible pain in your chest. Infuria, Atreus, and Theamos, as she is going to use her legendary action and rend, targeting every creature that has a spectral spear in them and ripping them all out at once.
Ow.
As I need all 3 of you to give me DC 16 Constitution saving throws.
Okay.
We all get +3 because of Theamos.
Okay.
Con save. You got that resilient con, Theamos? Look at you.
Where did it go?
Look at you, Theamos.
What? Let's see. There we go.
Hey.
Ooh.
Shit out of that.
All right.
Yes.
As Infuria, you take half of 11. Atreus, you take 4 necrotic, and Theamos, you take 3 necrotic. Is each of you even able to withstand this? You can feel this strange sort of lethargy trying to grab a hold of you, but it seems falling just short. Each of you able to sort of power through this magic, as you can feel like your legs and the like sort of getting slower and sort of weaker, your speed halved until the end of your next turn, but fully able to continue on fighting.
You'd have until next turn. Okay.
As you can see, Atreus, you notice as this magic comes into play, she brings her spear back up, expecting to see the 3 of you almost sort of more docile and slowed down. Seeing all 3 of you seeming to still be more or less at peak fighting condition, you notice a degree of surprise across her face. Fine.
Uh-oh.
As it comes to you.
Yeah, also, I realize I've been shooting this entire time. I technically wouldn't have Spear Mastery because I was in the Hoplite. subclass. So I've been cheating. I'm a dirty cheater. I'm sorry.
Roll it all back.
Rip!
Start from the
Yeah.
Roll it all
throw it
back.
up
I
in
your
fucking
mouth.
forgot. It was like so ingrained into my memory that was my combo that I fucking forgot. Sorry, Dad.
It's all right. I'll feel less bad about what I do at the end of your turn.
Yeah, I know. I can imagine. As yeah, Atreus stabs into her twice with Phoenix Tail. Ooh. Where are you?
Ooh. 21 will connect. 13 and 8 respectively.
And then this last attack, fueled by seeing his allies, his friends, being attacked. Yeah, I'll use one of my Unwavering Mic bonus action attacks. Wow. This is my new bonus action attack. Burning a charge, and if I hit, I deal damage equal to half my fighter level. And I do have advantage on this attack. Fueled by the rage. The sort of quiet range, but a rage nonetheless, of seeing his allies hurt and him not being able to do anything about it. I believe shift. Very nice.
And you do an extra 3 damage. You get half your fighter level. Attack weapon deals extra damage to target equal to half your fighter level.
As
I
what
realized
does
I
this?
wasn't transmitting.
Oh yeah, go ahead.
What was the last thing you heard? Fuck.
I don't know. Just say whatever you said.
You clicked your attack button.
Oh, fuck. God damn. Alright. Yeah, as Atreus quickly strikes into her twice, and then this last attack, as a bonus action, using one of my charges, invoking my Unwavering Mic, this sort of rage and anger of seeing her strike out at her friends, at his friends, and sort of just using that rage to fuel his last attack to push harder. As this one is aimed straight at what I assume to be her heart. If an undead creature even has a heart. As I have advantage on this bonus action attack, and if it hits I do half my fighter damage and bonus damage.
All right.
Fueled
As
by seeing my friends hurt, how dare you?
indeed, as you bring up your spear for this final blow, you notice that that change in her demeanor as each of you are able to sort of weather the magical effects of her rend. You hear her say, "So be it then," as you try to plunge this blade, the spear towards her. You can see it almost seems like she's like almost leaving herself open as the spear is plunging towards her, and in that moment, she is going to use a reaction. As that spear connects, you feel it soundly slam in as it slams into that shield. Answer your oath. As she calls this out, and that shield comes into being as your spear slams in and surrounding her. It seems at this last moment, those wielders of the long swords, the Oathsworn,
Taco Bell gets 4th phase.
She makes more! Fuck!
as it seems without her legion in this final moment, you could tell that spear would have taken her down, but it seemed like she had one final trick up her sleeve. As that shield comes around her once again, it seems solid and without holes.
How am I in your aura, Nyx?
You should be. It's 30 feet. Oh, fuck. No, you are right outside of it by like a
Unless
square.
you fail me, so that's okay. You know. Am I inside of it now?
Yeah.
Okay, dope. As I will action surge and drink a potion.
Get max healed! Hell yeah!
But a potion of good healing.
Nice.
That would technically be. It's actually not 44, but it would be.
Right.
4 times 10. Alright, 44.
Oh, that's right.
So in a way it is 44.
Oh my goodness. As this beacon of hope, this empowering divine light and magic channeling off of Nyx, allowing Atreus to take full advantage of the healing that he has at his disposal.
I get back into place. That's how this game works. That's my turn.
All right.
My little baby's getting drunk one by one.
As Theamos, it comes to you.
How many times do we have to teach you this lesson, old lady? As he turns to try to cut down the ghost boy that has appeared, knowing that he can't get through this strange shield. Start cutting these fuckers down again. Stab it on in. Let's see how it goes around. God, that was totally. There you
20.
go. And he stabs it, and he's gonna surge some fucking magic into this guy, dealing a good extra 4d8 damage. He's gonna second level Smitey Poo. Ooh, doing a good 32 overall.
As this one comes into being, bringing up its sword, ready to fight, this spear plunges into it, breaking through its guard, and surges with divine light. As in moments, there is just chunks of ethereal like force blown away from this wraith warrior. He's just barely able to bring himself back together. 12, gonna deflect that one.
Bonus action attack for 12.
17, that will soundly connect as in just a series of short blows, this thing blown apart, but able to bring itself back together, just barely.
Right. I forgot about that part.
Be Theamos. He's holding the line here with Atreus.
As at the end of your turn, legendary action.
They don't suck the legendary actions out of her again.
No, not the Oathsworn Call ones. As Trivictus is going to use the legendary action, and can she jump? Yeah, she is going to jump right there next to Kira, and you can see she brings down the spear and lines it up with Kira, as she just seems to be looking at her. Why have you chosen such failures? You should have been there. As she will try to plunge the spear down towards her. What? As you have seen, I think only once, something try to hit Kira before, and she seems to almost have this supernatural speed to her that makes her extremely difficult to even touch if she doesn't want to be. But as this battle has been going on and seeing Trivictus, she has been both abnormally quiet and abnormally still, as this spear looks like it is going to connect with her, and at the last moment, Kira just seems to dissipate into just a cloud of canaries and fly away.
Okay.
Nikira seem to like trace Trivictus's movement? Or was she just like standing still?
It seemed like she was like transfixed on what she was seeing. Almost with a degree of like, I guess, shock or just like incomprehension. And as this spear, like, it just seemed to sort of plunge into her, she just turns into a cloud of canaries and just flies, it seems, down south, past Sophia and up into the still swirling blizzard. I just turned off the weather effect because holy crap, there's no way to not make that chew up a bunch of resources. If you've noticed, the game is probably a whole lot smoother today.
Yeah, literally every time I click anything.
So there's tons of snow. All right. Use your imagination centers, I guess.
My skin that I'm covering.
Run like you did then. As you can hear these words coming from Trivictus Sophia, and as she says them, you notice in the shadows to your right, like in that sort of unlit area, you see more of those hands sort of build up and grab out. It seems almost stronger for a few moments. Oh yeah, let me move the. Let's see if you are dying. Hold on. I forgot that I
Getting
had
real
the,
close. Getting uncomfortably close.
Yeah, they should be like right next to you. Yeah, they're like right there. I forgot the light was a separate thing from her. As Theamos. Oh, that was your turn. That's right. Nyx.
Relieved. Akira is not dead. Nyx is gonna start with her bonus action and move her spiritual weapon to finish off this last. Not this last one, but this, just kill him.
That one. The dude.
That one.
The guy.
18 will connect for 10 force damage as this wraith punctured through does go down.
0 slashing damage. Like.
I don't know, man. I don't know why a slashing
Zero
damage
slash,
thing.
dude.
I don't know, dude.
I think it was like a part of the effect thing to make the sword appear. I probably need to take that off.
Oh, that makes sense. And, fuck. Is the spearhead on her belt, is it still glowing on Nyx's belt? Still ringing?
It's
good?
glowing, and like you can feel it sort of almost sort of resonating up your hip into your body. This constant and very fast heartbeat like sensation. Especially as Trivictus seems to be laid into by these blows, you can feel just the pulse go quicker and quicker and quicker and quicker as it just seems to be racing right now.
What happens when I grab it?
You feel that pulse go up into your body. It doesn't feel like it hurts or anything. It feels like you are like putting your hand on someone's neck who just finished running a marathon. And you can just feel their pulse.
Okay, that's good news. Then I'm going to move closer to benefit my allies who need to be within my aura. And as an action, God, do I need a hand for this? That should be good. I'm not like, I didn't take it off my belt, I just held it, right? I want to cast Sacred Flame. That is what I'm doing.
Okay. Targeting the one to the right.
Yes.
Ooh. Natural 20. So gonna cut through that magic.
Fuck. That's my turn.
All right, and at the end of your turn, what do you got left? Yeah, we can actually set up for one of those, I think. As Trivictus is going to maneuver again.
Oh, Sophia.
Into the darkness I go.
Can't move that far. Oh, is it still holding on to the other movement? Why? Why is it doing that?
Yeah, and for her to jump out of there, she probably needs a 40 strength. Just a heads up,
Okay.
because she's in difficult terrain. She's leaving difficult terrain, and she's making a standing jump, so it's only half her strength. Maybe?
She's jumping like 10 feet.
Maybe you don't need... Maybe the penalty doesn't work if you're jumping out of different terrain. Guess you just only need 20 strength.
Not 15. There we go.
Forgot about the grace, but may not. Ah.
As it seems Trivictus is backing herself up into this, it almost seems like a final stand, as the light around her focuses in more and more. As Sophia, you find yourself immersed in the darkness.
Perfect.
And the moment you do, these hands start grabbing up out of the ground all around you, scrabbling and scraping against the snow. And again, in Infernal and a mixture of common as well, you hear just these pained cries of, it almost sounds like, you wouldn't have a reference point for this, but just to sort of describe it to you, it almost sounds like you're like hearing a like a recording of a battle, or like you're looking into like some sort of like scrying magic, and you're seeing it almost secondhand as you're just hearing like the clash of steel, shouts and screams of dead men, and underneath it all, you can't hide from me. You can't hide from me anymore.
Is that her voice or somebody else's voice?
It sounds like her voice, but without this strange sort of like magical empowerment. Like her actual speaking voice has this degree of power to it, and it almost sounds like you're hearing almost kind of like the mad mutterings of someone who is like reliving trauma, I guess, in a way. It sounds like almost like an obsessive muttering, similar, I guess, perhaps to like some recordings of like what happens when you use overtly powerful magic, and you know your mind is overwhelmed with something it shouldn't have seen. That same sort of like just obsession with something. As nothing bad happens to you just yet. As Alba, as your direwolf is chilling on the on the ice.
Yeah.
Said
Yeah.
looks like it was concentration. I don't think it is. It is concentration. Light spike. Me so bad for everybody except the nations. Oh, Alba. Gonna poke her head out and not really seeing big ladies over there, but next one up on the line, top guy up here, she's just gonna send a little mind sliver after her. The only really tiny bit of magic she's got left, although she's got some reserves. Anything that really seems to be effective against these things, possibly.
They're not super smart. Nope, 5's not gonna do it, as he takes 3 psychic damage, and his saving throws are weakened. All of his cognitive functions slowed down by this strange sliver of doubt inserted into his mind.
So, yes, sir.
Yes. Hey, guess what? It's your boy, the Black Spear. And we're gonna point this one upwards this time, because fuck you, Ivas.
What?
Yeah.
You shoot just Ivas?
Oh, yeah, he is 30 feet up. Fair enough.
Yeah. Real high up there.
But does she hit just Ivas?
No.
He thinks about it.
And she contemplates it for a moment before lowering it. She will hit. Yeah, Theamos and Atreus.
Dex save. What's the DC? 16. Nice.
Yeah, both of you passing it, taking half the 27 necrotic damage. She levels this spear and chucks it down the length. That is all of her legendary actions. Sophia, at the start of your turn, my friend. One second. Un momento. There we go. You come under the effects of Face Her Vengeance. As you can feel these icy hands now start to latch onto you, and you feel just this cold pain that is indescribable, like something outside of this world. Nothing on this mountain or even from the strange creatures you fought on that lake compare to this, as it ignores all resistances and immunities, and it just seems to build more and more. As you only take 5 cold damage, but keep hanging out here, see what happens.
Fuck
As
around.
it seems like
Find out.
I will keep out of here.
it seems like more and more hands.
People say something.
It seems like more and more of these hands want to build up onto you. As you take that damage at the end of your turn if you're still here. So you're staying here?
Oh, yeah. So, as they start to slowly grip out at me, I hear these voices. I just sort of call out into the darkness. She won't tell me now. If she has lost her madness, then maybe you, as I start to speak in Infernal. The one that wields the spear, the light of the damned place. Why does she keep you at bay if she wishes our demise? Why does she give us a chance? Is it simply hubris? Or is there point behind it? As they start to claw into me in my turn.
You cannot hide. I will find you this time. My sacrifice is not in vain. As these words all seem to sort of blend together in this mixture of infernal and common from all these different hands, and you hear again still that cacophony of battle. God damn it. As more and more there seems to be just this persistent obsession with something hiding away, something striking, it seems, almost from the shadows. As give me an insight check as well.
Oh, I'm sure I'm real good at that.
Would you like the stars to guide you? Give you a little boost.
Bend fate.
If they can't tell me,
He doesn't.
Oh!
He didn't need fate.
19
He
and
was fine.
20. As you're hearing these mutterings and hearing the combat taking place across the wall, and feeling that cold digging into you, you almost feel this growing pain in your chest, and you are reminded of the one of the most standout components of who it is you're fighting, and the massive spear that juts out of her chest that seems to have come in from behind her.
There's a growing idea.
Sophia, becoming aware of her backstory, which is zero of what she gives a shit about. She's not impressed. Still yearning for a purpose, for actions now. But that's her.
Return the slab! There we go, Sophia. Are you satisfied? That's the purpose.
I'm gonna give Sophia a forced course on revenants and their strange obsessions with the ways that they die. Eos, it's up to you.
Eos is gonna go bite. He's biting some goat. He's a ghost biter. My Philly ghost. Bit on. Get your 4 damage. Eat it. As that's Eos.
These boys are not as tough as her, as that will connect for the full 8.
Nice.
Chomp, chomp, chomp.
Nom.
As start of her turn. Get your thingies back. Oh, look at that, spared.
Ah.
As did I write that they have to go? Okay, they take it immediately after her. As Trivictus, he's going to charge forwards and down.
Well, hello.
The monkey butt. Stay away from the monkey butt.
Claps them cheeks.
There you are. You cannot hide, as she will bring up her spear and chuck it down at you.
Light.
It sinks into the earth.
But she's throwing at me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Disadvantage because you got a big old monkey next to her, but misses anyways.
As second throw. Ooh, avoiding the crit.
And she raises up her hand to call upon some defensive magic. And the magic fails her because she has none left. Spear cuts into her.
You take 12 and 7 necrotic, as comes back to her one last time, and she will use her bonus action. You see that?
Look, her shield's a little patchy. As the spear plunges into Sophia's flesh, it seems like the blood that starts to pour out of it ignites.
Let me tell you. Hold on, because you can obviously see it. 2015, 25. You can see her shield is intact.
Fully? Oh, okay.
Yeah. It's a 3. I can post it again because you definitely would have noticed it as you fought the 5 of them before.
I thought it was getting weaker each time. Let me dead. Never mind then. I don't do my moment. I just.
Aw.
As Nyx, with disadvantage, 16, not going to do it. As you avoid the martial poise strike. And that is... I think you should have resistance to necrotic from the scepter, right?
No, I've got to use stuff to do that. It's just fire. It's just fire with tieflings. What am I thinking?
As at the end of her turn, her Wraith warriors gather around her and swarm the monkey.
Ah.
Swarm monk.
As...
Was that last spirit May? Sorry.
No,
was that me?
the 16 was at Nyx, yeah. Mob attack. All three of them laying into the big monkey with 2 hands, 2 swings each. Oh boy, this is gonna hurt if they all hit.
Ah. Oh
Ooh,
my.
as these 6 attacks come out from the 3 of them, 4 of them able to connect into you, big monkey boy. As you take a grand total of 45 damage.
Wow. Okay. Why can't I? Oh, because I'm in the wrong. 45. Aw.
You would actually make 4 checks against 13, 14, 10, and 8.
Oh, but I don't
So-
pass the first one, so it doesn't matter.
It's true. Yeah, you rolled a 9, so it doesn't matter that it's DC 22. Fair enough, fair enough. As the Hunter's Mark drops on you. Slightly less powerful punches. As Monk Furia.
We're having way too much fun with it.
It's always fun the first time someone turns into a giant ape.
You got a little +3 there to that con save.
Oh.
Oh yeah.
Oh
from
yeah, I
Thanos.
forgot about that. So I do have to roll it again. Con
Yeah, so you make the
save.
first one and then 3 more. Good on the second one. Good on the third one. Failed on the fourth one.
Okay.
Go fucking figure.
Go fucking figure. Okay. This is actually gonna go first. He is going to fly around here. Doop de doop. And then is going to expend a charge of Thunderous Cry.
Good roll.
Ooh, that's a good roll. And some D4s. Nice.
So,
As that will hit all 3 of them and avoid you. Well aimed.
thank you.
Ooh.
Aw.
Just 2 of them make it. As it looks like our middle boy caught unawares is going to take the full 15 damage. The other 2 able to weather that strange burst of thunderous energy.
Okay. And then Ape Furia is going to punch this duder. Angry punch. Anger punch. Fist. There it is. Boom.
Monkey mad.
Smush!
Ooh, 28 will smash in for 23 full damage. As this wraith almost seems to just sort of disapparate and then just barely bring itself back together, almost wavering like a drunk.
And he's just gonna punch it again. She's just gonna punch it again. Come on.
12 not going to do it as it's able to catch your fist with its strange phantasmal sword.
Hey, that is Ibis and Ape Furia's turn.
All right. At the end of your turn, once again, focusing in with a bit of disadvantage. Nyx, you have a spear coming at your side. Ooh, an 11 not going to do it as Atreus, it comes to you.
Atreus will and attack this. What are these called? Oath bearers? Shield bearers?
Sword wraiths.
Sword.
Race. That seems to be almost disapparated as Atreus will focus his attacks on this one. Striking out. Ah.
Ooh, 13 not going to do it.
Wow.
Another 4. That's all I got.
All right, and her mark drops, right?
Yes.
All right. As legendary action. And she seems to move south. There's a protective bubble keeping her safe from any retaliation. And she closes the distance with Sophia.
Oh.
As Themos.
Uh-oh. He's just gonna be running back around, keeping up with a trail, skipping around the grease, going after these boyos, trying to come down one by one. Yeah, 13 on that boy with the last little bit of his magic, seeing if he can cut it down with one blow. 30 damage to.
Ooh. 17. As that will soundly connect, and that smite powers through this thing. Just barely holds on.
Gotta finish it off.
20 for 11, as that will send this thing exploding into phantasmal dust.
Get out.
The last little bit of his movement, able to move right.
As the moment he drops, you see that protective bubble around Trivictus grow these holes in it.
15 on that guy. Yeah.
15 on that guy. Just barely able to bring up his sword in time. Seems like his AC is 16.
That's Thamos. As far as I can do.
As she turns down towards you, having backed away from the 8 and from Nyx. If you want answers, why won't you come and get them?
Oh.
Not a price I'm willing to pay.
The knowledge you have not earned. As spear. Oh, 10. As I believe that should be all 3. Yeah. As back turn to you, Nyx. You can feel again that pulsing still continuing at that rapid beat.
I'm going to start with my bonus action to move my spiritual weapon to attack this grievously bloodied sword wraith. Also, my spear started here. It just did not get moved last round. It can move
Okay.
here.
Yeah.
Get out.
A shell.
22 will soundly connect. Does he live through that? Let's see. Oof.
Oh.
That spear so many times. Soundly connects, poof, almost disapparating and hanging on just barely.
I hate him. But Nyx is going to see the holes in its armor and see if she can do something about that. We're gonna try. We're gonna see if we can get a sacred flame through, perhaps.
We shall see.
Hey.
As that Sacred Flame comes down, as she is resistant to all damage thanks to the current progress of her guardians. She'll take 4 radiant damage. It sears against her back. She spins around, leaving herself open to Sophia. You. She just focuses in on you, Nyx.
Doesn't like being hit from behind.
My mom raised me to be a proper warrior. If I take you down, it would not be without you facing me. And I'm going to grab onto the spearhead and hold on to it.
You won't die a coward.
And Nyx is just going to grab the spearhead off from her belt. Because she remembers Vulcan needs her to strike this spirit. And it sounds like the spear is eager. But that's going to be my turn.
Do you still have it at your side, or do you have it out and in your hands?
Now I have it out and in my hand.
As you pull this thing out, you can feel that pulse quicken again in your hands, and Trivictus looking down at you, and you can see her glance towards this strange glowing implement you've pulled out of your hands. And give me an insight check.
Okay.
Ooh. You know what? The stars are going to guide my roll for this, and I am going to simply roll an 11. So +8, that would come out with a... Damn, I probably should have not. Whatever, I said it.
Let's curse you.
Curse me. But I already said it, and I'm not going back on it just because RNG decided to give me a big fuck you.
Well, why'd you roll it then?
Because I needed to math. I need to make sure I got, like, the math right. Because I saw the +8 next to it, and I was like, do I get bonuses? Because, you know, I don't remember how to do shit here. And I was like, oh, if I roll it, it'll show me my bonuses.
Silly. So what's your actual roll? 11. Yeah, 'cause it's on your 11 + 8. Where'd you get +1 from?
Shrug.
Keystone. Although, is that skill checks?
Oh, it might be. I think you might be right. I think that
Checks. Yeah.
Oh, my lucky stone.
yeah, that would make sense as something to give you a random +1. Stone of luck. Dang it, you don't actually have the...
You got 20 in total?
Yeah. Yeah, as you pull out this spearhead, you cannot miss it with a 20. A creature that seems a sort of this undead envoy, this mistress of battle, something that should be rather unshakable, and probably is under any other circumstance. You notice the distinct flash of fear on her face.
Oh.
Handle her other gods. I'll take her down. And that's my turn.
As Alba.
Emma, sliver you. It's slivered. Slivering this boy.
It's slivered.
It's slivered.
Die.
Oh,
Oh.
it's wrong to be slivered.
Indeed. Shaking it off.
That's her.
As Sophia.
So you betrayed by our side, it seems, and you wish revenge. But still, you are simply mindless, wanting to kill with your own hands instead of truly see us dead. Or else you could simply walk away and leave us to your allies in the dark. There is nothing else here to learn, it seems. As hearing Nyx's call, she's just going to sidestep away from the creature, seeing Nyx has her eyes set on it. Sophia saying some of this Not really even for the creature in front of her to hear, mostly just saying it out loud to say it. As she reaches her attention to almost dead boy up here, and with a bit of magic, tries to toll his doom. Toll of the dead. Wisdom.
Indeed. These boyos, I think. Yeah, they are resistant to necrotic from other sources. Yeah.
16.
But 16 is way too much damage for his 1 HP ass. So even taking 8, this last Wraith Warrior disapparates. Only one remaining. As... Anything else?
Nope.
Close that. Dead. As at the end of your turn, you see Trivictus's body language sort of shift, and that spear in her hands throws out past Nyx. Almost, it seems like towards Alba, before it just seems to clatter and embed itself for a moment into the tree behind Nyx and in front of Alba before falling down into the snow. I yield. Do not strike me down with that. I beg of you.
Oh.
I will tell you what you wish, but do not end me.
Oh.
She propositions you, Nyx.
Interesting.
A raise of the eyebrow. Terrible. I can't do eyebrow raise.
You can't?
I can do both. I can't do like the one without just closing my eye.
I like practiced it a bunch when I was like 7, just like raising
Yeah, I
my
can
eyebrows while holding one down until I
I
developed
can only do one side.
the
Can't do
muscle
the
to
other.
do it.
I can't do one at a time unless I'm just closing my eye. But
Same. It looks really silly when I try.
Answers you offer. Sophia, how badly do you need these answers?
I got her mindless. But if her fanaticism has ended, maybe finally useful. If she knows of who she heralds. Otherwise, we will be left in the dark for what awaits us at the bottom of the mountain.
Nyx just kind of ponders her options for a moment. You wish to yield. Unfortunately, I foresee that you will continue this campaign of yours throughout the lands, and we cannot allow that. I turn down your offer. And the Nyx just turns over to her allies. Finish the last of them.
Brother! Save me! As there is this building and growing puddle of light underneath her.
What?
As Eos
Yes! got a little bit of movement. You can gonna keep fighting. Gonna fly up here and try to bite him.
Damn. Nom nom. Oops.
He's run out of bite energy.
Yes, an 8 will not do it.
That's it.
As coming up from behind you, Nyx, it seems with just a bit of granted advantage, but now canceled out by your protection from good and evil. So a normal roll as this war spirit tries to hit you from behind. It seems almost as if your intuition was correct. But a 23 to hit.
Ooh, oof, ouch, my back.
You're matchy now.
Yeah, now we match. Twinsies! Backstabber Bitches Club! So I take 15
You take double damage.
Yeah, you die.
That would kill me. But I take 15.
Yeah, you take 15.
What are you concentrating on?
My aura.
Beacon of Hope.
Yeah. The thing where you get max healed.
Trivictus facing down what she believes to be certain doom. Please die, please die, please die, please die. 8. 15.
No!
24. As
Okay, that one hurts.
she'll use her bonus action on that last one. As you'll take an additional 2d8 from her martial poise.
Oh no.
2d8 necrotic. For 7 plus 17.
Plenty enough.
Yeah, Nyx goes down.
As it seems.
My permission to delete parent.
With that last blow, Nyx gets punctured through and falls unconscious down to 0 HP.
Uh-oh.
As the
Get
Beacon
him,
of Hope drops
monkey.
with it. As Trivictus, looking down at the ground, smacks the spearhead into the square to your left, Nyx.
Which left on the grid?
Like, grid perspective left.
Okay.
As back one square up, closing the distance with you, Sophia. You have chosen poorly. As Inferior.
Yes. Ibis is going to fly down to Nyx and beat her. Oh, I can't. Wait a minute. I can't take away the 30 feet because I put him underneath Nyx. There we go. Going to fly down to Nyx and force feed her a healing potion.
Hey, what kind?
Just a standard one. I think, let me... Oh, I don't have my inventory because I am an ape, but Ibis's potion is marked in Imperia's inventory.
Oh, rip.
I think it's
I get
just a
up.
regular one. Yeah, potions of lesser healing. I wrote it in my journal because I'm smart. Has a potion of lesser healing.
What is that? 2 hit dice?
Yep, 2 hit dice. 2 hit dice plus 2.
Okay. And I'm a cleric. I get what? 2d8s? Really
Yep.
depends. Hey, I was right.
Would fetching the spearhead for Nyx be an item interaction?
Yes. What action is it to feed the potion? Just an action?
It's either it's an action.
Yeah. So you could item interact and pick it up and drop it to Nyx as she comes back to consciousness.
Ibis will do that.
Thank you, little one.
Kind of squeaks. And then Big Angry Monkey is going to make Big Angry sound and smush this duder.
Ryan would be proud. Go ahead.
Right. Oh no.
Ooh, 11. Not going to do it.
Try again. There we go.
Ooh, 19 will soundly connect for half that. Yeah. These guys are tough against this non-magical monkey.
Sad. Monkey is ineffective.
Oh, wait, no, my bad. These guys take the full damage from you, that's right.
Oh,
It's her
sweet.
that was tough from the fucking monkey.
Yeah.
Not double damage. Where's my heal button? There you are. Heal, and then full damage. This thing gets crunched.
Launch. And that is our turn.
Good stuff. Atreus.
Oh my gosh, he's not dead yet. Let's see. Move through EOS. Those guys can get attacks if they want. 10, 15, 20, 30. Focused full voice coward as he strikes out with his spear.
Atreus, no!
Atreus wasn't listening.
As Nyx weakly holds up the blade.
Oh no.
Atreus!
No, I wasn't listening. What's up? What am I doing?
Nyx instructed everybody to focus on the wraiths.
Oh, okay, my bad. I take
And
that all
Nyx-
back because I wasn't listening. Admittedly. You guys were taking too long. I started drawing.
It's okay.
I started dozing out.
Here you go.
Oh my god,
Wow.
blah blah
Nyx-
blah talking. Oh
I
my
got you. Campaign last round abridged. Nyx pulled out shiny spearhead.
Why did you do
Ghost
that?
Lady looked fucking terrified, wanted to yield. Nyx was like, "Nah, fam." And
Oh,
then
why
she
would
was
you
like,
do that?
Because Ghost
Yeah,
Lady
Nyx was
was
like-
lying.
"Yeah." Nyx was like, "You're still gonna kill people, so nah, fam." And then she was like, "Everybody kill the other fucking wraiths. I'm gonna kill this bitch." And then this bitch killed Nyx, and now Nyx is back up again.
Alright, good job, Nick.
And that's what you miss on
Don't
Heroes
you
of
go into the
Thylea.
Twitch chat and put kick W. Stop it.
What? Huh? What?
I'm gonna be thinking about you dozing off for the
What?
next 12
Oh,
days,
shit.
just like I was thinking
Oh,
about the
okay.
5-hour combat for 12 days. All right.
Aw.
As
Anyways,
the 11 won't connect, but the 26 will.
Hot. Marked, etc.
Okay, you mark
Okay,
this
that's
guy? All right, that's actually kind of important.
Anyone that I attack.
I thought you had to choose to mark them.
Nope.
Are you sure? Because if you mark another person, like, it removes your other marks, right?
That's only if someone else marks them.
Oh, but you can, so you don't have to, though, is my point. You can make an attack of opportunity and not, like, lose your mark on the boss, for instance.
Yes.
Okay. I was like, if it just force you to mark it, that'd be unfortunate. Theamos.
Theamos, seeing the harriedness of the situation, is gonna run over to Nyx, get attack of opportunity if he wants to. But
He will take that at disadvantage thanks to Atreus's interposed shield.
hey,
His marking, allowing him to defend even in these strange sort of situations. Where are you at? There you are. Target Theamos, disadvantage, two-handed. 13, not going to do it.
hey, as Theamos throws his spear at the big woman. I'm just kidding. He reaches down to Nyx. I don't know what you're gonna do, but make sure you're alive to do it. As he puts his hand on your shoulder, as a whole bunch of health surges into your body. He's gonna use 30 of his 35 lay on hands to key up for 30.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
As yeah, fuck it with a bonus action. He's gonna turn around and shove this spear in this guy back here.
Just whip around, lightning coursing off the back of it.
A weird, random bonus action attack. Shoo! Fuck.
It's not random.
11.
It's not my fault. No DM ever wants to give us a scimitar of speed. But I'm a nice
Stabbing big
boy.
in the back.
17. That'll hit for 11. It seems
Stay
like this
most
last Wraith Warrior is barely hanging in there.
I guess I'll reverse that order. He'll throw his spear and then go touch her, because that makes more sense. Now that he's open, hand open. As he'll just draw out his sword. He's got a sword, right?
He has a normal silver sword and also wepic. The big
Wepic.
axe.
Never mind. His sword is over here in the snow somewhere. So he doesn't have another weapon right now.
He has wepic.
Yes, weapon.
He's got a shield on though. Is it a battle
No.
axe or a great axe?
It should be a crystal great axe, I think. Yeah.
Yeah, so he can't wield that. But that's him. He just sort of stands up, shield in position to defend Nyx as she gets back to her feet.
All right. As Nyx,
Sorry,
comes to you.
irritated that one of them is still standing. I gave all these fuckers one job.
Right, okay.
I love you guys. That's okay. I have a bonus action. So with that bonus action, she is going to. Oh no, my weapon wouldn't be there anymore because I went down.
Oh no.
My spiritual
Uh,
weapon.
yes, it would. Spiritual weapon is busted. It doesn't take concentration.
What? Okay. I thought it dissipates when they use. Okay. Bonus action.
Unless
fuck
it says that
up.
specifically. I don't think it has a clause for that, but it might.
Fuck it up.
Spiritual weapon, the most busted spell in the game.
Yeah, it just lasts until you cast a spell again.
As 16 is
Please tell me this-
exactly what you need for.
Please tell me.
Oh, for 6 damage.
I hate him. Ah! Ah! This game is rigged.
Ain't no fudging over here. Get the fuck out of here.
Oh no!
He takes 6 damage and is near death, just barely up.
As
I
on the
hate
far
this
side of this creature, Sophia raises up a tired and weak hand. And Nyx, you can see around that strange shard in your hand, strange gray magic starts to seep out and around it.
Oh.
Bitch, what you doing?
Yeah, I don't even know what he's doing. He's just doing things.
Well, Nyx trusts Sophia. So I'm going to get up, and I'm going to charge myself at this bitch, and I'm just going to try to stab her with with my spearhead.
And so
You see
Area
her-
be damned.
You see her turned and focused in on Sophia as you charge
Yes.
up.
you get big ol' handful of 7 laurels just shoved up into that fucking shard. It seems like strange magic lingering on the entire party. Activates and guide your hands.
Nyx
Getting
is going to
plus
call
7
for
from
Trivictus,
Sophia.
A woman of her word. Trivictus! Nyx gets up and
Says
charges
you
to
should
her.
be dead. As she turns around.
And get jabbed.
What do I fucking roll for this thing? Do I roll a spear attack?
It's just a dagger.
So, as this magic latches in and just seems to reverberate through your hand, the etchings in and on it almost seem to empower your strike, as you would roll a spiritual weapon attack. As you can see on the side, you try to bring it up with this hostile intent with a 30 to hit. And slam it in solidly. all of those runes flare up, pushing through the shield, as it seems like this thing is purpose built for trying to trap the essence of this creature. And you see Trivictus try to hold this blade back, impaling her own hand on it, trying to keep it from reaching her, as you can just feel this force trying to push you away from her, trying to push you back. As this is the make or break, Nyx. In this moment, what do you think of to try to push through this last moment of ditch effort from Trivictus?
My mom's.
Picturing them clear as day, the wielder of that spearhead almost seems to be with you, as you can feel this almost daughter-mother moment as you shove this spear into her chest. And you hear just this immediate rush of air as her face contorts in pain and seems to just move rapidly, like she's just flashing through, it seems, as far as you can tell, probably centuries of life or undeath. I am Trivictus. As it seems like all of her essence is pulled out of this strange form into this spearhead. And you see standing before you this listless, mindless entity comprised of just undeath, as she takes essentially no damage, but there is nothing left in this weird vessel in front of you.
Okay.
Vengeance. 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 As you have, it seems, just pulled all that Trivictus is out of her and into the spearhead.
And that is my turn.
As in moments, the puddle underneath her, this growing light, flares up for just a moment before you hear interesting as that puddle falls away, and with it the remnant of this like shell just seems to be slightly pulled into it before that puddle cuts off, and there is just the torso of what remains of this vessel intact on top of the ground, now just listless out and no longer a threat, just basically dead, but just barely animated, mouth muttering to itself as it just lays there, as effectively combat is over.
What happens to the other wraith that's standing at 1 HP?
It disappears with her.
Hell yeah.
Oh. Well then.
And Nyx, with a single tear falling down her cheek and the spearhead in her hand, she's just gonna fall to her knees and just hold it close to her chest. Just breathe a huge sigh of relief.
As you hold onto that spear, you feel that pulse in it again, still rapid fire, still just like something running a marathon, as it slowly but surely, as you hold on to it, it slows more and more and more before it just becomes this sort of dull thrum. It seems to be almost even, like slow-moving water lapping onto the bank of a river or onto the coast of an island. It is immediately reminiscent of your own islands, your own home and refuge. And you just feel, just for a moment, this small comfort in this cold, desolate place on your shoulder. Before it is gone. As with that, we conclude tonight's episode of Heroes of Thylea. Like I said, it was going to be a shorter one, sort of a part 2 to the previous week. So I hope you all had fun, even if you couldn't stay awake, and I'm going to be dealing with that forever. It's fine. But I sincerely hope
Don't worry,
that
I
you all...
blame no one but myself.
It's okay. You stayed up super late playing video games with Omen. It's completely understandable.
Why you talk so much? Combat's not made for talking. Combat's for rolling dice.
I didn't expect for her to
Come
yield.
on. Come on. God.
What do you mean? I know
If I wanted to go into encounter, if I wanted to talk, I would go into encounter mode. But this is combat.
Oh,
I would do
God.
exploration activities if I wanted to. Oh wait, this is the wrong system.
It's not like I think about my long combats week after week, Rebel, all right? Gosh. But I want to thank you all so much for hanging out with us and joining us for this compressed session, this sort of part 2 to episode 44, as we will be coming back next week. And I hope that you will come back and join us again next week as we come back together with the whole group, hopefully. Next Sunday, 5 p.m. Eastern, right here on Lionhead Gaming. We also record this game for the Lionhead Gaming official podcast, available on all major podcasting platforms. So if you have anyone that maybe wants a new podcast to listen to, maybe pass this along to them if you like it that much. That'd be cool. And you can search Lionhead Gaming basically on any podcasting platform and you'll find us. We also have our excellent show coming up next week on Thursdays, Song of Rapture at 7:30 p.m. Eastern, where we are going to be trying to confront a Yuan-Ti cult leader who stole one of the party members' sacred relics, essentially. So come see how that pans out as we confront this wielder of a bunch of stolen celestial magic. I'm excited to play, and I hope you're excited to watch, both for this game and for Thursdays. And if you want to continue discussing this game, your game, maybe talk about the latest UA or homebrew, or just kick back, share memes, and talk about video games with myself, the cast, and other fans of Lionhead Gaming, feel free to join the Lionhead Gaming Discord via the link in the chat. You can also follow me on Twitter for updates and my own personal musings about the world and about D&D and the like. But that's all I've got for you. We're going to go ahead and see who we can host or raid and share the love with. And I want to give a final thanks to all of you for watching, for listening, chatting. And as always, may your dice roll 20s and you always make your saves.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
You haven't got your shot yet? Go get your shots.